Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over the donations portfolio. We have a couple of things I added to it today. I'll go over which ones I added, why I added to it. And mainly what I did today was add to some energy service companies. I added one, Centrus Energy, which is nuclear related. And I'm still waiting for the uranium ones. This money has to clear in Charles Schwab before I can buy an OTC stock. I was trying to buy Thesis metals when it was down in the morning, but it wouldn't allow me to do it. So, because it would say that the funds haven't cleared yet, or there isn't enough cleared funds to make the transaction. So, I wasn't able to purchase it. I've been kind of waiting on it, and I went ahead and bought something else. So, that's what I did. Otherwise, I would also have a little bit more uranium exposure in this portfolio. I still have some money left. I still have to buy a company that somebody wanted me to purchase. I have not done that yet. The money has to clear first, which takes a couple of days in the account before it clears, I guess. All right, so we'll head in there. The overall portfolio as of today is up 0.91%. And guys, this is the first day. I just started it yesterday, and I added more into it. And copper COPX is up 1.76. It looks like they separate the individual equities versus the ETF close-end funds. A lot of these have a portfolio weighting between 3 and 7% is what I've got. Not that I really tried to do that. I'm just trying to split the money out somewhat amongst what I would think are good buys at this time, so you guys can get exposure to what I think is good and why I think it's good, because this is a learning deal. So we have AG, BTU, CDE. Those are ticker symbols I've gone over before. CDEV, EXK, FSM. None of those are new. They were all from yesterday's purchase. Today I bought Helix Energy Solutions, HLX. Why did I buy HLX? So if we go down to, well, I should go up from there. Helix is an energy service company, and we've got a nice good. What I see, there's a bullish engulfing here, nice big move up, small pullback. We got this nice small pullback into a bullish engulfing there. This is going to go higher. I think we're going to break out of this little channel. I think we have a long way to move higher. Looking at it from a big picture view. And this is where I'm getting, we call it an asymmetric bet. We're still inside this big descending wedge pattern. We're still kind of halfway in it. We haven't broken out yet. And with Russia having all these problems and nobody wants to deal with them, I do think that, and there isn't much spare capacity worldwide, I do think the energy solutions companies are going to be making a lot of money as we drill more and more wells. They clean things up, deep sea drilling. I think that coming over the next decade, their services are going to be needed more than ever. And they're an incredibly good value right now. So if we look at the last bull market, and I won't even do an extension. We've got a falling wedge. We're in the middle of that wedge. We've got good patterns developing here with higher lows and higher highs walking this up. It looks like it wants to break out. And if you were to look at OIH, OIH looks absolutely fantastic. You can see this downtrend line that's breaking to the upside. Even if we get a small pullback, doesn't matter. This thing is going higher in the long term with this newly, freshly broken out pattern. And we're seeing these breaks everywhere. OIH is $252 a share. What I opted to do was buy the individual companies instead of buying OIH itself. The dollar value doesn't necessarily matter. It's really just the market cap. This can go up dramatically. So don't be scared off of a high price of something. I just wasn't willing to basically put $252 in just OIH when I could cherry pick some companies that I think are pretty good. So HLX was one I added. IPI was from yesterday. I purchased LEU. LEU is Centrus Energy. I actually don't own Centrus Energy, but I wanted to buy it. And we're right there, kind of coming up, squeezing up to the tip over here, where we had a breakout and then a back test. I buy the back test. That's what I do, and that's what I did. I bought this day right here, this back test here of this break. You're probably going to see Centrus Energy take a big run at it. So I bought it when I could. I bought LEU. Again, it's only one share, but that's a company I would be buying right now. Another one is Noble Energy that I bought today. Noble Energy is another energy service company. I believe it's an offshore company. We have this downtrend line here. We are breaking this downtrend line. I like to buy things that are breaking patterns. It's almost like a shoulder, head, shoulder, even though it's not. But it is breaking this pattern. We got the downtrend. We've got higher lows stepping up into this, and we are breaking it. Looks absolutely fantastic for a move higher. So I bought NE, and even if this pulls back, I still like it. I purchased Northern Oil and Gas yesterday. I got into OII, another energy service company. What I liked about this one is we have a big long-term picture here, big long-term downtrend that it's trying to break. It's a shoulder, head, shoulder bottom that's being put in place. And I think that we'll see a very large move out of this pattern here to the upside. It's looking quite good. This is a bullish, it'll probably end a bullish engulfing or bullish piercing pattern on a weekly candlestick. I think this one looks great right here for a big break. So there's that one. Cisco was from yesterday. I also got into PUMP Pump. PUMP is another oil energy service company. This thing has just freshly broken out of its downtrend or pattern, if you want to say it that way. Higher lows, broke the resistance line. It popped higher. This thing still looks like it wants to run, and I think we could get a pretty big run out of this. This is a massive opening of this pattern as well. Looks very interesting. Sometimes what you can do, and it's not every time, but you kind of draw this down here, the opening of the pattern, depending on how you draw it. You put it all the way up. The projected move could be quite dramatic on pump if you were to use that. And I don't know if I'm using this correctly, so I wouldn't say that I might. I mean, I might be. Usually, what happens is you get in here, you get this pattern, and it's the size of the opening. But we didn't enter this from the upside. I don't know what happened before here, and I bet you we had a big bull market, and then we chopped here, and we could have a potential break here. So I went into that one, PUMP. I also bought Transocean Rig, which is the one above it. What this one is a inverted head, a shoulder, head, shoulder. We are on the right-hand side on a weekly candlestick basis. We got a big bullish engulfing. We are breaking this downtrend line. I buy the breaks, guys. That's what I do. And on the daily candlestick, we have a bullish engulfing. We have a bullish engulfing. We have a bullish piercing. We've got the big up day, small pullback. Big up day, small pullback. It's got everything we want in a good chart. So I bought Rig. And then I've got, I think I bought Tidewater today as well, or maybe that was yesterday. Tidewater was one that I also wanted. What we see here is this massive break here with a nice big up day, small pullback. This is what I want to see. That looks perfect. So we've got the break. Everything looks good to me. On the daily candlesticks, we're just chopping sideways here. I wanted to get a little bit in there. I do think that the deep sea drillers are going to do very well for this bull market coming up. So you know what? I'll position some money in it. So those are the ones I purchased today. It was mainly energy service companies with LEU, Centrus Energy Corporation. So that's what I purchased today. That's why I purchased them. It's those breaks out of patterns. The pattern is the containment. So when you see a pattern and you're seeing something that's moving sideways. Here's one that someone had brought up. I'll look at it. It's called BlackRock Silver Corporation, BKRRF. Look at this thing. And hopefully it's got enough. This thing's looking really good. And what I look for, this guy's like, it might have a little bit more to go. Maybe not. We'll see. But this guy is chopping sideways. We've got the nice big buying pressure, small pullback. Big buying pressure, small pullback. And then we'll probably break up for a first leg, third wave, and then a fifth wave. Probably. We'll see. But that one looks interesting as well. Is it as good of an opportunity as some of these energy ones? Tough to say. I'm probably not going to go in it just because it's really small for our donations portfolio. It's a little speculative, but I might put a little bit outside in a different portfolio, just a little bit. But I do need to get some uranium in this portfolio. I wish I could have gotten it today. Didn't allow me to. We'll see what's a good opportunity if we get a pullback or if we're just going to continue higher. I don't know. It's tough. It's not in my blood to be chasing these things. I like buying things right off the break or doing a back test. So that's where I get really excited. I don't like buying stuff when it's mid, it's up 30, 40% from where I would have purchased it. So that's the update on the portfolio, guys. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to donate to the channel, the description's below. It's a PayPal account. You can do whatever you'd like. If you want me to buy certain shares, I can do that. There was somebody who wanted me to buy, it was Vox Royalty. The problem with some of these small OTCs is I get charged a $6.95 fee to purchase it. If I'm only going to buy like $25 or $30 worth and there's a $6.95 fee, I'm probably not going to do it. It just doesn't make any sense. You're going to have to make so much money for that to make it back. So I would try to stick to ones that Charles Schwab doesn't charge for. You can send me the names. I'll look to see if they charge, and I'll let you know if they do or they don't. But I'm trying to do it where you get, $45, $50, $30, whatever it is, in whatever company that you guys want. And then I'll also choose ones. If you guys don't specify anything, I'll choose whatever I think is best. And we'll go from there. Thumb up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.